starts now. Thanks for joining us as we track Hurricane Sandy. I'm Pat O'Keefe. This is a serious storm we are dealing with. People living in Zone A should have already evacuated. Mass transit is completely shut down. School is canceled again tomorrow. More than 1,000 Brooklyn customers were without power already as of this afternoon. And the worst is yet to come, with Con Edison estimating 28,000 customers in our borough will be in the dark. Our Joe Messeri is braving the elements in Coney Island. Joe.
That's right, Pat. I guess being in Coney Island, it's appropriate to say that Sandy so far has brought us a roller coaster of weather. For the most part, since we've been out here, it has been pretty calm. But in the last few minutes, it started to ramp up with the winds whipping. I think had to be upwards of about 40 miles per hour out here. And you might be able to see some of the waves starting to crash behind me here. Now, Pat asked people to go home. However, at this point, there are still people out on the boardwalk. We saw some of those people walking around a little earlier today. There was one man who had an umbrella that was absolutely torn to pieces. A lot of people were out here taking pictures. Now, of course, there have been red flag warnings issued here on the beach. They don't want anybody to go into the water, but some people still have made their way down to the shoreline. The people we spoke with from Brooklyn say this is an event they just would not miss after Irene last year. Take a listen.
It's the excitement of it. The wind is so nice, and I mean, you know, like we are from the island, so we have this experience before, but not this close to the water.
It's, something that we really don't get in New York City very often. And, being from Brooklyn, our attitude and how we are. We just like to see what's going on. Nosy bodies.
Bless you.
There's a power outage, and we evacuated last year when Irene, we evacuated to Zone B, and it's really nothing.
Now, once again, there are police driving up and down the boardwalk here trying to urge people to stay off. Coney Island was one of the Zone A locations that the mayor asked people to evacuate. You might be able to see behind me, though, some of those people aren't getting pushed off the boardwalk. You see that they've made their way down to the shoreline. And they have some dunes over here right now, which are trying to keep the floodwaters back off the boardwalk. So far, they're doing a good job. We'll see how they hold up a little bit later on. High tide again expected here in Coney Island around 8 o'clock.
All right, our Joe Messeri out on the Coney Island boardwalk, where it's expected to get worse as the afternoon progresses. All right, let's find out more about that. We go over to Stacey and Gooden tracking Sandy in the Weather Center. Hi, Stacey.
I just can't believe what I'm seeing. People out on the beach just chilling like it's a normal day.
Hard to believe.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Pat. Yes, we do not want to be out on the beach, guys.
Ready, blowing in the wind like a chime, and we have not even hit our critical point, i.e. 5:30 this evening. So obviously we have
the table. And look, I've seen a bunch of stuff out today, these sort of political science research, which I'm very skeptical of. But I would say for an incumbent president, number one, you actually have to do something. So there's a lot of risk. There's a lot of potential for making a mistake. And on a more simplistic level, I don't think if you're the incumbent, you want people to be cranky when they're going to the polls. I mean, it's not deep analysis, but I think that could be important.
Yeah.
Counterbalancing that, when people want the government to actually do something.
You as well.
I mean, shut the front door.
Totally safe.
Yes, we can move back as far away as we need to, maintain a safe distance.
The hours from 7 till 11, and then after that is when the surge will come in. After that, it is anybody's guess, Chef, what will be left of this boardwalk, what sort of damage will be done to the many homes here on Long Beach and right across the entire length of Long Island, Chef.
We're going to do the weather loop second. Jonathan Hunt live for us, Long Beach on Long Island. Thank you. I want to show you the crane situation now. We have a before and after picture of this crane in Midtown Manhattan. On the left side of your screen, inside the red circle, that's what it used to look like. On the right side of your screen, in the little tiny square box, that's what it looks like now. It's hanging. I've just gotten word that all of the streets down below are closed. The New York Fire Department with the FDNY was in there with a matter of moments. The streets are clear. Occupants of upper floors around there have been evacuated to lower floors, and the streets between 6th and 7th Avenue and the cross streets along the way are evacuated. Further, we're watching the weather loop, and the latest picture indicates to us that this thing is coming ashore early. Exactly what time, there's no way to know exactly what time that eye comes over shore, but the storm surge is on the way. The thinking now is that storm surge will happen during daylight hours, and we are beyond hopeful that the speed up of this storm may be the best news of the day. High tide, depending on the shoreline, sometime between 7 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. If this storm gets in by 5 p.m., this region may have dodged a bullet. We shall see.
My name is Doug, and I have mesothelioma. If you need information on medical or financial resources available for mesothelioma patients, call 1-800-443-MESO. Remember, 1-800-443-MESO.
This is Shelby, whose long day setting up the news starts with arthritis pain and a choice. Take Tylenol or take Aleve, the #1 recommended pain reliever by orthopedic doctors. Just 2 Aleve can keep pain away all day. Back to the news.
Ring.
Progresso?
I just finished a bowl of your new chicken pot pie soup, and it's so rich and creamy. Is it really 100 calories?
Let me put you on webcam.
Lean roasted chicken and a creamy broth. I can still see you.
Progresso, you gotta taste this soup.
Make the cash call and ask for the do-over refi. If you refinanced your mortgage in the last 18 months, we'll redo it at 2.875% rate and APR with no closing costs. Call 877-890-CASH.
Tonight, coverage of Hurricane Sandy continues. Jeff hosts the Fox Report at 7. Hannity is live at 9. And it's a special live 2-hour on the record from D.C.
Even though I've been using catheters for 15 years, I've got to tell you, Liberator Medical has made it a whole lot easier. Call Liberator Medical for free samples of innovative catheters, like the men's catheter that lubricates itself right in the package. And for convenient out-of-home use, there's the discreet men's pocket catheter. Get free samples of these innovative catheters for men. Call Liberator Medical today.
Call 1-800-656-8566.
Hey there, Eric. How's it going, man? Hi.
Hey, what's your human doing?
He's video chatting.
Here?
Sure. We're at an Optimum hotspot.
Oh, my human would love that.
Well, is she an Optimum customer?
She is.
Then she just needs to sign in.
That's it?
That's it.
Wow, thanks. Do you work for Optimum?
No, I'm a mountain rescue dog. You know, saving lives, barking at danger, that sort of thing.
Lots of mountains around here.
Enough.
Optimum Wi-Fi, internet access at over 35,000 hotspots.
There are free apps to tune your guitar, apps to design your garden. This is the coolest free app ever, the Optimum app. Turns your mobile devices into TV screens, anywhere in your home. The Optimum app already works with your iPad, iPhone, and
It's warming
iPod
up in
Touch.
here, right?
Now it
It's
works with
warming
your
up a little
laptop.
bit?
I guess.
We're adding devices all the time.
Yes.
Over 500,000 Optimum customers have already downloaded the Optimum app. How about you? I lost a friend with pancreatic cancer. This disease is deadly. Bottom line, we need to beat it. The Lost Garden Foundation funds research to find a cure, and Cablevision support ensures that 100% of every dollar donated to the foundation goes directly to pancreatic cancer research. CurePC.org is the way to join Lost Garden and Cablevision. Fight pancreatic cancer. Get involved. Visit CurePC.org. Do it today.
Continuing coverage of Hurricane Sandy and the destruction all across the northeastern United States. We believe the storm's coming in earlier, as I've mentioned repeatedly, but that doesn't mean the storm surge isn't going to be bad. It just won't be as bad as it would have been if it had been at high tide. The thinking still is of widespread flooding and the potential for widespread damage across hundreds of miles. One of the areas we're watching is Coney Island in Brooklyn, which is right along the water, and Councilman Dominic Recchia, the New York City Council, is with us and live right in the middle of it, right next to Nathan's Famous. What are you seeing there, Councilman?
Good afternoon, Chef. Well,